Hey guys, good morning again. A real quick horticultural tip. Trying to stop my hand from shaking. Sorry. Um, in a couple of hours, your leaves are going to be wilting, okay? My neighbor's leaves are already wilting on her plants. Um, it's not even noon yet. In the next couple of hours, your leaves are going to be wilting very hard. If you are somebody who has the time, you are homebound like I am, and you're worried about your potted plants, your house plants that are outdoors wilting, and you want to do something about it. Leaf surfaces, okay? The surface of leaves are just like your skin, okay? And just like the hair that grows on your skin, okay? These surfaces are porous. Leaf surfaces have pores just like your skin does. Plants have hairs, okay, little membranes, very similar to the hairs on your skin. So what happens is when it gets really hot, what happens is these pores on the tops of the plants, the pores start to close, okay? And the reason that they close is so that the plant can retain moisture, okay? In contrast to your skin, which opens up and you sweat, okay? We evacuate the water from our bodies, where in contrast plants will retain that moisture, okay? So what I suggest to do, and what I do and what I've done over the years, is get a spray bottle, fill it with water. If you can use water other than tap water, I would use water other than tap water. There's been an occasion where I've sprayed plants and whatever was in the tap water damaged the leaves. In any event, guys, what you want to do is get a spray bottle, spray these leaves, but what may be a little different than you're imagining is that you want to spray underneath the leaves, okay? Spray underneath. Get the spray bottle under there and spray under the surfaces of the leaves. Why? Because that sun's hitting the tops of those leaf surfaces, the pores are closing, the plants are retaining moisture. However, underneath the leaf surfaces, underneath that canopy, okay, those pores are still open. And so if you spray underneath the surface of the leaves, the sun isn't going to can't remember the word. The sun won't evaporate the moisture from the bottom of the leaves, whereas it will off the tops of the leaves. So if you spray the tops of the leaves, the water is going to burn off. The plant's not going to take it in as much as it could if you spray underneath the plants. And when you're watering, this is old hat to most people, water down at the base of the plants, okay? Another thing that is, if you look down into your potted plants and you see exposed roots, get some dirt and cover it up. Another thing that you may want to do to retain moisture in your pots or in your gardens is to mulch it, okay? Put mulch in your pots, and what that will help do is retain that moisture in your potted plants, and you'll use less water and you'll have to water less. Every kind of mulch that you can possibly imagine is going to have noxious seeds in it. It's going to have weed seeds in it and stuff, except for cocoa mulch. At Hershey Corporation, where I ran the landscape crews for Milton Hershey's 5 different properties, the amusement park, the hotel that you saw on the Travel Channel, that sort of thing, we used a cocoa shell mulch, okay? So when you're driving through Chocolate Town, USA, when you're driving through Hershey, Pennsylvania, you smell chocolate, and that doesn't actually come from the chocolate factory at all. What the factory does is it has great big burlap sacks full of cocoa beans, and then it goes to the factory and they're shelled. And we took the shells, okay, and we recycle them, we grind them up to about the size of a half of a peanut, and we use that as mulch. And it doesn't have any noxious seeds in it, maybe a fraction of a percent, okay? But in any event, then you get that nice cocoa smell. And you can actually, I've found that in garden centers in the Midwest. And so that's a good alternative. Cocoa shell mulch is a really good alternative. Mulch your pots, keep them moist, spray underneath the surface of the leaves a couple times a day. If I were you, I would water your plants this morning and this afternoon. Water, water, water.